Hello everyone, my name is Leonie. I'm one of the new additions to Rachel's text-to-speech team, and I want to welcome all of you to another episode of Visioncast After Dark. As usual, we have the mild banter, so listener discretion advised for that. But other than that, we do have an exciting show lined up for you, with some cool techie demos and announcements from our Visioncast crew. So, with that being said, please kick back, relax, and enjoy the show.
When the sun goes down, the visions come alive. Visioncast Network After Dark, where they both thrive. Randomness and fun, where the talents dive. Into the night, our stories we contrive. Visioncast Network After Dark, let's get real. In the night, our unguarded selves we reveal. Fun, talent, and randomness in the night seal. Visioncast Network After Dark, the deal is sealed.
And now, for the Night Owls, please welcome your captivating host, the one, the only, Rachel.
What is up, everybody in VC land, all across the USA, around the world, and wherever you may be listening to our greatest podcast? Yep, we say our because we are the VC Network crew, and it's been a while since I have hosted this particular episode. This is the normal episode. Nope, this is not your performance episode. However, that will happen next week. We got a great show for you guys tonight. But before we get into all of the doobly-doos and all that stuff, I want to introduce my team, starting with my co-host and my favorite friend, who we love thee very much. And I say thee. No, I did not say you, because that would be totally unexpected if I say that. But we love thee very much for her and for her ability to record this and all the tools that she has on her belt. And it's Rachel. Hey, Rachel.
Hello, JC, and hello, everybody else in Visioncast land. So glad to be back here for another episode, and don't mind the background noise. That's my ex.
Yep, and for once I did not mess it up so far. And if I did, she, meaning Rachel, would call me a doodles, because
Well, you're
that's
already
what
a doodles, JC,
I
but no.
am. I know. We just do it for the fun of it. We do kidding around on this show. So if you listen to either version of the show, you will know how much fun we have on the show. So don't mind us. We're just having fun on this show, and that's what it's all about. All right. Before I forget, let me get to the phone side here. We have our greatest pain in the butt. Well, not actually just kidding around, but we do have the greatest one that ever does what he does. And he did an excellent job for the morning edition of the Music Mayhem last week, if I got that correct. Is that right, George?
Yes.
I hope
Thank you,
okay.
JC.
Yep. And George, George is in the house. Hey, George.
How are you, JC? How's the crew doing? I'm doing great here. It's another great day in Pennsylvania, and keep warm. It's cold out there. It's really cold. It's freezing. So keep warm and be in bed. And Rachel Doodles.
All right. Good job, George. And next up, we have the one, the only, from the all-new Super Hit Mix Radio, our great syndicator, Donald Brown. Hey, Donald.
Hello, everybody from in VC land. Welcome to the show, everybody. This is Donald Brown from the all-new Super Mix Radio, broadcasting 24/7. And guess what? It's coming, believe it or not. at the end of this month, after Music Mayhem, Christmas Party Radio. It's that time of year again. So be ready for that. We got some great stuff coming up for you. Great Christmas music all season long. We don't do like the other stations do, just run Christmas music for a short period of time. We run from November 1st all the way through January 1st. So you'll definitely get your fill of Christmas music then. And like I said, welcome to the show tonight, y'all.
And actually, might I add, as far as our music goes, because I've first experienced last year when I was wherever we do this, we don't play the same 20, 50 songs in our Christmas music. No.
No.
We play over, in our library. And I know Donald's expanding the holiday library all the time. So you never know what you're going to hear.
Well, just to let you know, the general music library, this is not counting EDM or Christmas music, okay? Just the general music library is well over 200,000 songs.
Wow.
Whoa, it's a lot. All right, well, thanks for letting us know on that. Again, check your mailing list for future details as we get closer to Christmas Party Radio. And speaking of that, we're going to move all the way to the great state of Pennsylvania. One of our other founding fathers, the VP of the podcast, Preston P. Daddy Gaylor, is in the house. Hey, Preston.
Yes. Hello, everyone. It's good to be here for another week. I'm just shamming out to some, country on my smart speaker. I have not figured out how to get our station on smart speakers yet. I'm still working on it. But I did figure out how to play our podcast on smart speakers. So that's a start.
Oh.
And going back to what George said about frost warnings, I have a feeling that they're going to continue. I mean, I stocked up on pumpkins, hot chocolate since the summer and pumpkin spice since September. So, very literally on the way, folks. So just be careful, be warm, start your fireplace. We actually have we have a indoor fireplace downstairs. It's one of those big, heavy ones. So,
say Rachel.
Oh,
George!
Okay. Oh, I should know he was going to do that.
I was wrong. I didn't. You don't have an indoor fireplace?
We have a heavy indoor fireplace.
George, if you don't shut your trap, I'm going to replace you with Preston. Are we clear?
But they take massive wood, no? Isn't they massive wood, no?
Right out the gate?
Good,
okay.
Good. They large wood could be good. Large wood would be good.
That's what you get on the show, folks. If you don't know,
large wood, all right. And Preston's wood is way bigger than yours, asshole.
Here's the thing: I had to tell my mom carry our new fireplace back in late 2018 when we got it. It was a heavy son of a bitch. Just saying.
Wow.
Anyway, it's good to be here. And actually, folks, this week, you're hearing this at different times, obviously, but the date of this recording is the annual White Cane Day. So hopefully you went out and celebrate.
Oh yes.
And hopefully you wore and used your cane with pride. I know I did.
It's more like National Erectile Dysfunction Day for George.
Oh,
hey,
God.
And with you, Haley, in the background there. So
you want to say hi to everyone, Haley, real quick?
Yeah, you want to say real quick?
No, that'll cool it down, that's for sure.
Haley, quit being a doodle.
Yeah, she put an ice pack down my back. You want to say hi to the whole show real quick? Just real quick. Oh, I see.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
She can shove ice packs down my back, but she can't say hi to everyone.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Moving along, good.
Go ahead, moving right along.
All right, before we get kind of sidetracked over here, let me get back to the participants. Moving straight over from Pennsylvania to the state of California, we have the one, the only, and I say the only because we are amazed by him and how he does things well with Rachel and the rest of the crew. And he does what he does best, and he loves Rachel and every other member of the team at large. We're talking about Phil. Hey, Phil.
Hey, JC. Hey, everybody. It's good to be back here on VisionCast. Another beautiful day here in sunny Southern California. On my way back home from work. It's been a long day, but I'm glad to be back here with you guys.
Oh, yes. Likewise,
Did you miss the bus this morning? Did he miss the bus this morning? I think he missed the bus this morning. He missed the bus going to work almost.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
You run. You run. It's funny to go to the bus.
But I am almost home, though. I am almost home, so.
Well,
we're
I'm
on
just
that.
saying, thank God. Well, one of the biggest cities in California has lots of ride shares and subways and trains 24/7. So Phil's not out of the loop. So that's good.
Yep, and a lot of good buses, too.
So you're lucky.
Yep. All right. Thanks, Phil, for checking in. Okay. We have 2 more people left to go, and those 2 are direct from his computer, and we did a special show honoring him last week, and we are so glad to have him back on the participants panel. It's Nolan. Hey, Nolan.
Hey everybody, in VC Network land, this is Nolan here, and yes, for the first time on the all-new Super Hit Mix Radio starting in 2025, the all-new The Nolan and Friends radio show is going to be live on that station. And I will be, as we speak, I will be finishing up with building up the playlist for the radio show. And yeah, this is going to be fun. I can't wait to do the radio show and get it recorded for you guys.
Yep, and it has been announced on the mailing list.
And just to let you guys know, that show, when it does air, excuse me, when it does air, it'll be on Tuesday mornings. And it's from what I got from Nolan, it's going to be a 4-hour show. So I'm really looking forward to that.
4 p.m. So.
Wow.
Yeah, that's going to be
holy
so cool.
Mackerel. Yeah, so be sure to check your mailing list. The announcement has been made first on the VC Network podcast, so be sure to check it out on your mailing list of choice. And if you have a podcast feed, it will be updated.
And of course, since just so we don't keep anybody out of the loop, as soon as I get the time and stuff, I will copy and paste it and cross share to our VC Facebook. So don't miss it. I can't check this out.
Yeah. Also, starting hopefully if I can get permission from my family, I'm going to create the Nolan and Friends radio show Facebook page so that you guys can reach out to me on there.
Oh, perfect.
Awesome.
Right.
Yeah, that's really cool. So we have 2 different podcasts.
Yeah, and if you do that too, Nolan, I will put a link directly to that from the station's page.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. I'll talk to my parents first to make sure.
Yep.
There's a link to VisionCast. There's a link to VisionCast on there. There's also a link to Rachel's what is that? I'm thinking of.
Oh, that needs to be fixed, by the way, Donald. That needs to be fixed.
Yeah, that's got to be fixed because it says Stacy on it. But
A, it says Stacy, and B, my business is no longer known as Rapid Fire Production. It's now Cloud 11 Studios.
Yes.
I like
Donald
that.
I'll change
I like that title better, yeah. But before we get a little sidetracked, let's get
I'll change that then.
Yeah. We have one more.
Well, I have to fix the website too, and once that's fixed, you can link to it. My personal cloud11.network. But go ahead, JC.
Okay, we have one more to introduce. I'm doing pretty good so far, and not messing up. Thank you.
He's not getting genders wrong either, so thank
God. Not yet. All right. So we have, last but certainly not least, Salvis from Latvia. Hey, Salvis.
Hi everyone, happy International White Cane Awareness Day. How are you all tonight? How are you celebrating this day?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know for
usual.
me, we actually went, well, I did go to my Lions Club meeting. The district governor spoke to us regarding our mission and what we can do to improve our club and stuff. And I got my new suitcase in time for state convention coming up in a few weeks' time. And if you're wondering, yes, I will be jamming to Christmas music on Christmas Party Radio during my 5 or 6 hour trip to Erie. Off and on.
Nice.
You missed
With my
Norman.
aftershocks
You missed Norman account, Susie.
That is very cool. All right. We got
You have no also.
everybody. We got
You missed Nora.
everybody here.
Nora, I don't think
No, you
she's
didn't.
gonna
Oh,
be there till the second hour.
Yes,
Oh,
second half.
okay,
I thought
okay.
she was.
Yeah, she's not here till the second half. She said
I
in
think she
WhatsApp.
went
Okay,
to
my
I
mistake.
think
But
she
we'll
went
have
to
to
an
keep an eye out for her
Yep.
when she's joined.
Okay. Let me know when she comes in, then I'll stop and have her introduce do her intro. So, all right. In the meantime, we introduced half of the crew. So we will have Nolan.
You've introduced the whole
Nora,
crew, haven't
rather.
you?
The whole crew, yeah. The whole crew except for Nora, who will be joining later on. So
Wait, did he introduce Rachel already? If so,
I did, yeah, I did.
Yeah, he
Okay,
did.
good.
I was the first
I
one.
wasn't. Okay, got it.
All right. So
Okay.
moving on from that, we are going to get straight into announcements. So I do have one, but before I do mine, does anybody here on the team have any specific news that they would like to share regarding what's happening?
Yeah, I've got some.
You want Rachel?
I do too.
Okay, okay, so
Okay.
Rachel, you spoke first. I'm gonna let Rachel go first, and then George, and then Nolan.
All right. Thank you, JC. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is not 100% official as of yet. We're still trying to work out the details. But as I said, I'm going to be moving out on my own eventually. Well, there is a strong chance that I am going to be moving to Seattle.
Oh boy.
Seattle, Washington?
Yes, Seattle, Washington.
Oh, wow.
Oh. The reason for this, it's not official yet, but the reason for this is that's where my sister lives. And
cool.
Even though she's switching her job so she can be at home with the baby, which we now know is David Jr., even though he doesn't have Jr. in his name, his full name is David Ward Barrera James. So it's a long name.
Wow.
But we call him Little Dave or Baby Dave for short. So, basically, I want to, she lives in Seattle, and I know she said she was looking to switch her job to work from home so she could be there with Baby Dave. But I also want to be a part in helping her take care of him. I mean, that's my nephew. So, even if I stay in Ohio, because there are some pros for staying in Ohio, but regardless of whether I move out there or I keep my roots in Cincy, I'm probably going to fly to Seattle for about a month. But chances are good that's probably where I'm going to go.
Alrighty. Well, we will pray that things will come to fruition, and
Yep, thank you. I'll be keeping
enjoy.
you guys up to date as soon as I know more, but yeah, to be there for Madison and Baby Dave, and so it's going to be exciting, but I'll be keeping you guys posted as I learn more.
That's one state I have not visited. I would love to visit
Me neither.
Washington at some point. But
I listened to like the various some of the TV news streams and the radio channels and some of the rock scenes out there in Seattle. Seattle's a huge rock scene from what I'm gathering.
Oh, yeah. And guess what? I know most of us are on the same time zone, but if I move to Seattle, I'll be on the same time as Philip.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep, Phil and you.
Yep,
and,
that is true.
yep.
Never lie.
You both will be in
Thank
George.
God for that.
George Montgomery Banner III!
True, but
But yeah, I'm in Central, so I'm in Central.
Please remove him.
How many people on the team are nobody's on Central except for me, right?
Yeah,
no,
just
I'm
you.
I think most of us are Eastern. You're in Central and Phil's in Pacific. So
yeah,
if I move to Seattle,
I've been all over the East Coast.
Yeah,
I've been all over the East Coast except for New England.
Yeah.
But I've never been to the West Coast. Never the Western states. I haven't been to.
Yeah, everybody's on Eastern.
Cali.
Everyone's on Eastern except for you and Phil.
Yep.
And if I move,
Nora,
Nora's in Arizona.
Yeah, and Nora.
Yeah,
You,
she's
Phil,
on
and Nora.
Mountain Standard.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Okay,
if
Nora's in Arizona.
Yeah, Nora's in Phoenix, Arizona. So Nora and Donald and Phil, everyone's on Eastern except for the three of them, and I might be 4. We'll see what happens.
Because I'm Central. Nora, I think, is Mountain Time.
Mountain Standard, because she's in Arizona.
Yeah, Mountain Standard.
Yeah.
So Bridge High Novus was because, well, I have a few friends from Arizona that I've met from over the years on my various life journeys, and I listen to the different radio out that way. And usually, when we switch clocks, they do not. They just switch.
So Rachel,
out.
if you move to Seattle, you're gonna be further away from George.
I can fly. I'm good.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah. George's a pro flyer. We know this.
Okay.
Fixing up things and stuff. I'll fly.
Yep.
But anyway, we will definitely.
Rachel leaving poor George alone. Oh,
we
we
will
That's
definitely
behind. As far as possible.
We will.
But you know what though? No matter where Rachel goes, Super Mix Radio is soon to follow.
Exactly. Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah. We will. Yep. So we, the Vision Cast crew, will be on the loop, and we'll let you know when things change and all that stuff. But for now, please continue to keep her in your thoughts and prayers. That Rachel will have a date set in stone for the move, and I know it's going to be a great move for her, and we will definitely keep you on the loop for that. And of course, we say that because we love the one and only and the amazing Rachel, because without her, there would be no VisionCast podcast. Without a doubt, there would be no VC Network. And ever since we relaunched with the VC Network branding,
and you know, and all you listeners out there, y'all know already, if you've been listening to VisionCast for a while now, you know that each week is totally different. I mean, there's never any two shows alike. I mean, everything is always different content, different stuff, all kinds of new stuff that comes up. So I just urge the listeners to keep right on listening. Tell everybody else. Tell everybody, tell all your friends.
Spread the
tell
word.
Your family, tell your friends to tune in. Yeah.
Yep, and you know, we as a team, we work together. It's not just myself or Rachel or Salvis or George or all of us here. We all work together as a team to get this great content out there. And when we resurrected the legacy feed, we knew it was coming. We knew that we pulled together, and of course Salvis and Preston and Rachel and everybody, we all pulled together to bring the legacy feedback, and it's because of your continued listening support that we are able to bring such entertaining content to the VC network. So thanks to all of you guys, and just keep on spreading the word and listening to us. All right, so before
now
we get
I can't wait till December comes out because that's when we'll be getting the podcasters report.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. We'll talk about that when it comes in December. But before we get sidetracked once again, thank you, Rachel, for sharing that announcement, and please keep us posted. This will be a continuing announcement, so we will let you know when that announcement reaches its full set in stone and all that. But who else? George, didn't you say you had an announcement to make, and then Nolan?
So I asked you for the email link to a friend of mine to listening to the station. So we made a listener.
All right.
Cool.
That's cool.
That'd be my good friend Raven.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
We're trying
Raven,
for the
you
email
said?
link. Yes, Raven.
Yeah,
cool.
Raven. Did you have an
Yeah,
announcement,
Irish
Sweetness?
That was it.
Oh, that was it. Okay.
Oh. All right.
Oh, and the baby's doing good, by the way. That's also, the baby's doing great at home, doing great, feeding, eating. So that's all good there.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Well, we do want to
Have
give.
you got to hold your new nephew yet, George?
No, we've nothing done yet. We're getting Pitani down some point. Not yet though. We just got raised him this list of 2 weeks ago, so we'll give him some violin gifts and stuff. Well, soon, I'll be back soon.
Yep, and before I forget, we do want to give a big shout out to Katie. Unfortunately, she
Yeah,
couldn't
who's on
be
the road this
here
week.
because she's not feeling well. She's under the weather, but she will be
Yeah,
back
hopefully she'll come
next
back
week,
soon.
hopefully. Yeah. So we do send up our thoughts and prayers to you, Katie, and hopefully you'll be back next week with us when we do our performance episode. So big shout out to you, my friend.
We love thee very much.
Yes, we
And
do.
what was out as well this week? What was I think the wedding. I'm not sure when she's
And
back, but what was having her to the wedding? Shout out to her.
We care for thee as well.
Yeah, we do. Yes, we do care for the. Okay, so before I get to my announcement, Nolan, you had one more in you? One more announcement
Yes,
for now?
so the announcement is that that I am going to officially also, in some point of 2025, I am going to take I'm gonna be also bringing the Nolan and Friends radio show onto David Dunphy's station, but as of right now, it'll be starting, I think, March or April of 2025. I don't know when, but as of right now, it's going to stay as of right now, starting after January of 2025. It will be launched in the Super Hit Mix radio station. As soon as I can get the blurb and all the music uploaded to Dropbox and ready to go. And also, the show be recorded.
Yep, and if you guys don't know what that is, it is the beacon we are referring to. And if you don't know what that is, we can encourage everybody to go back and listen to an amazing interview we did with the one and only David Dunphy from the Beacon. He is such a delightful person to be around. I mean,
Yeah,
he is
they're
such a
doing
funny
good work over
guy.
there. I may not tune in every day, but I appreciate what he's doing, and
A big, huge
he's
shout
doing
out
good.
goes to him.
Yes, big shout out
Yeah,
goes to David Dunphy and the whole Beacon team for lighting the beacon, and hopefully we'll have him on the podcast again in the future to tell us what's going on and to give us an update because we
And
did promise that we would have
definitely,
him on again, and we will, but
yes.
like I said, it's slowly dying down because the holidays is coming up and we got a lot of content coming up and all that.
yeah. I
So
fell asleep on listening to them on Mixcloud one time. Funny enough.
Mixcloud. I miss using that service. All right, so my turn to share. Are you done, Nolan? I guess Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
I guess
He's
that's a. I
announced that.
guess
All
so.
right, so for me, I do have an update to report. And yes, we do have some surprises
Oh
because it is
boy.
a normal episode after all. We do have some demos to show, including Nolan has one, and me and Rachel have something special we want to give you guys an exclusive special something, and we'll get to that momentarily. But first, um, I've been doing pretty good. Last week, if you guys recall, I started the Prevoke program. So Prevoke stands for pre-vocational, and it basically gets you ready for an actual job.
Oh
So
yes.
last week we went to the food pantry of Hudson Valley and I learned how to use the compactor, which is a machine that squashes all of the boxes that the supermarket receives for new shipments of food and necessities that are needed. And I learned how to use the machine. And yes, it did beep and make noise, so I was very excited to use the machine. And I was able to load up all of the cartons in the compactor, and I was able to push the machine, shut the door, and I was able to push it and hear the machine go down and go up. And it has a glass door, which has a small little window that you could see what's in there and it's very cool. And then we went to Price Chopper. We were supposed to deliver food to an elderly person, but unfortunately, the person called or texted rather and said that she did not need any groceries at the moment. So unfortunately, we had to shift plans and make our way to Price Chopper instead. So what we did there was I stocked all the food items, I put the items back, and I was able to use my Ray-Ban Meta glasses and I was able to have it tell me what I was holding. And yes, you can finally ask what you are holding without saying the look and command. And yeah, it's such amazing. Oh my goodness, the glasses. I didn't want to take them off because they're such freaking amazing. It's like you're using a pair of eyes to see what is in front of you. And even my friends from
Yeah, I can't
church,
wait to get mine. I am
yeah,
really
Oh
looking
yes.
forward to getting
yeah,
mine.
even my friends from church
Yeah.
were impressed. I showed them last weekend and they were like, whoa, I don't even have these glasses. This is impressive. I want my very own. And folks, once you have the glasses on, you do not want to take them off because they're doing so much. And over time, they're going to get better and better and better with every firmware update that they release, including upcoming real-time video, real-time translation. I mean, it's going to be a wonderful experience, and I cannot wait to try those features when they become available. Yes, it's going to take a few months to iron out the kinks, but I'm sure in the long run it's going to work out. And yes, AI is not perfect. It always sometimes fails. I've had some hiccups where the AI tried to read a full-blown document and it stopped in the middle of nowhere, and I'm like, oh, that's a glitch. So, but it was a lot of fun, and I'll be going back again on Fridays, and every Fridays I go from 8 p.m. 8 sorry, let me try it again. I go from 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. And Eddie, no, not my brother-in-law, but I have another Eddie who is my job coach, and believe it or not, he is also a Christian. So shout out goes to you, Eddie, if you're coming across this podcast and hearing my voice along with other VC network crewmates. You know that it's us, and of course myself as well. But we do want to give you a shout out in case you end up listening to our pre-recorded content. So I'm so looking forward to going back. And in the foreseeable future, if Eddie is not too busy, I would love to get him on the podcast so that he can talk a little bit about the Prevo program, what he does as a job coach, and all that type of stuff. So I would love to get him on the show in the near future. If that's okay with you guys, I will definitely
That would be
tell him
awesome.
to help.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be
it'd be
cool.
Because we want to expand the show, so to speak. We want to
Oh,
expand
yeah.
it to have not just, of course we love to talk tech, but not just that. We want to talk about things that we do every day, like preparing to go to a job or preparing to go to the workforce, because someday or another we do have to go to work and get our
Yeah,
bills paid and all
yeah,
that.
pretty much work or school or whatever. I mean,
Yep.
Yeah,
we can't afford to be stuck.
exactly.
That's
Yeah.
what I get out of it.
So that's what we are going to do. And yes, horseback riding is still going good. And
Awesome.
Stacy, the instructor, is doing okay. And I haven't forgotten about scheduling for the interview. I know that I have been swamped, and she has been swamped, and everybody's been swamped. But one of these days, when I get around to it, I will email Stacy, and I will put in the email there, Rachel, and I will see if we can arrange have the interview available, if she has the availability to be interviewed for a future episode at some point. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I've just been busy, and we've all been busy, but it'll work out. But apart from that, I went to church last week. I did not serve, but I did go to general service, and I stayed long enough, and I was able to do a quick duet with my friend Kim from the Grace OC worship team. I was able to do a quick duet, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I had fun singing with her live, and it was a cappella. It wasn't impromptu, and we did such a good job singing together. And yes, I will get her on the podcast too. I will tell her and a couple of church friends too. So be on the lookout for that. And that's about it for now on my end. Again, I'll keep you posted and let you guys know if any updates pop up. All right, so with all the announcements out the way, what do you say we get into the nitty gritty, which are the demos?
Oh yay! I love
Very cool.
tech demos.
Yep. I already
Yep.
did my demo last week, but we have a special demo.
Yes, we
Really
do.
something special. And Nolan has something special too. So I figured we would do us first, and then Nolan will be on deck. All right, so for a while now, and Rachel, you can cue up the audio when
Already
you have
got
it
it.
queued up. Oh, you got to cue. Okay, so for a while now, we have been asking in the nicest way possible to add the ability to do something that we have not done in a long while, and that is the ability to record phone calls, not just regular phone calls, but FaceTime audio calls. Well, Apple has done it, and they have done it right this time. And even though the beta testing phase is coming to an end, please take caution, test at your own risk. I am going to keep saying that because if you decide to beta test like I am, it might get a little funky, but just be patient with them. And we are almost done with the beta. This is probably the last beta for this week, and then next week we should receive the release candidate or RC of iOS 18.1, and they're planning to release it on October 28th. So October 28th is the planned release date, and we're looking forward to receiving it on all of our devices. So we'll be getting the final release early next week, and then the week after will be everybody else. So I'm so looking forward to it. But anyway, we did two test calls. You'll hear the first one now, and then you'll hear the second one the following week after next. So this is the result of the call, and I did this on my end, and it is going to be amazing. And I would like your reaction once this is over, and just listen to how amazing this is. So as you can see, hello VC listeners. This is
Hi,
JC.
VisionCast team.
Yes, yes. We promised that we would do a quick bonus episode. We're not going to be too long, but we promised
Well,
that
we're gonna play it for the show next
yes,
week,
it
and
will
this
be
is
free.
Rachel, by the way,
Yep, and JC, the podcast president, and we are do. There's Haley in the background.
and that's
Um,
Haley in the background. She just got home from Michigan yesterday.
yes,
Well,
yes, yes.
yesterday, as in the time we're making the recording, not
Yes, the
yesterday
time.
from when we play
No,
the
no, no,
recording.
no, 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 no. So, anyways, as we said, this will be played on the normal episode the week after, but we just want to demonstrate the call recording feature. As promised, I would test it. Now, keep in mind this is in beta, so please test at your own risk if you're doing this.
Yep,
But it is really, really cool because what it can do is it can provide not only the audio but also the transcript of the audio that is being recorded. In other words, you're hearing both sides of the call. I can hear myself, and Rachel can hear herself, and
that's pretty darn cool. And our
this can
food
be
just
fit.
arrived.
This can be fit in various situations. Like I can see this in a situation where if a person cannot do an interview on Zoom with multiple people, sure we can still do multiple interviews for people that come in if we choose to. But I can see this in a situation where if we want to play a interview in on my end, for instance, if I want to interview someone from the church and they want to it can be played on the podcast for future for future playback. What do you think, Rachel? Could that be like a good solution for that?
Yeah, that's definitely a good idea, and I really am happy that finally Apple is introducing call recording. I think that's awesome. It's doing FaceTime recordings, it's doing phone call recordings. And I just think that's great because before I would have to, and even now because I don't have the beta, I would have to use this app called Cube, which basically you merge the numbers into a call and it records, and the quality is just not that great. It's
It's
really just
completely total crappy dumb garbage. I
oh,
mean, it's
definitely.
it's
I'm sure
total
this is
garbage.
way better.
Even myself, I used an app called two apps. One is Rec Call Recorder, and then the other one was called Tape A Call Pro, which has a stupidest dumb subscription, not description, but subscription that you can. That's total garbage. I mean, this is total garbage. What we're saying here, folks, is that finally, Apple has added the ability. Soon, everybody can record phone calls, and don't worry that you will ask permission. It will warn you, and it will tell you this call is being recorded. So
Yeah, like the Cube
both,
does. Cube does the same thing.
both parties will hear it on their end. And if they start a recording on their end when iOS 18.1 drops later, then they'll be able to also hear it on their end as well. And I can see this in even in group FaceTime calls too. So if you want to start a conversation, like I can see this in an interview situation. Like I said, when you can interview, for example, I have a couple of friends from church that has heard about the podcast, but let's say they cannot make it because they don't have Zoom on their phone or they don't have time for. Oh, I think it did. It stop. Hold on. Uh oh, it says. Okay, so I thought also that beep indicates that it's recording. It's still recording. Okay, I thought that's an interesting chime. But anyway, yeah, I can see this in interview situations where if someone cannot use Zoom, they don't
Definitely.
have time for it. I could interview someone, for example, from my church, and I would send it to you, Rachel, and then we would play the interview, and then their email would be listed. And if they have any questions, or if the team has any questions, they can follow up with an email that way.
Right.
I see this
Right.
in
I
plenty of situations, especially you, because sometimes you're busy and I'm busy and we're all busy. So, anyway, we're done with our ranting.
Yep.
We promised that we would do a little demo and show you how this works. And it's very easy to start a recording, and hopefully, in the future, And also, I forgot to mention, if you have Apple Intelligence, which my Mac does, my phone does not, but the bonus feature you'll get is a summarization of that transcript. But that will only work if you have Apple Intelligence, which again is in beta and will continue to
It's
be in beta until whenever Apple fully launches it. They're basically going to do a soft launch to make sure everything works, all the kinks are ironed out, and then when they're ready, they will continue. And they did say, rumors say they're going to charge for some features, but I don't know about that. We'll see. Maybe in the future they might charge for some features, but as long as they keep call recording free, that's amazing. So, any last thoughts, Rachel, before I stop the recording on this call recording? Uh,
Well, shout out to the whole VisionCast team. I'm about to go get my food. We ordered Outback, so I'm about to go track my food down because the courier is freaking lazy and not following the
dang.
damn instructions. So I have to go find my order and figure out where they freaking delivered it to.
Yeah. All right.
Because
Well,
they clearly don't know how to follow instructions. But anyway, shout out to the entire VisionCast team. And a very special shout out to the listeners and to my amazing, wonderful loves, my beautiful boyfriends, Philip and George, and my beautiful girlfriends, Willow and Angela.
yep. And shout out to the whole team. We will be back this week for our performance show, and you will hear this recording next week during our normal episode. But until then, we will see y'all this week for our performance and / our normal episodes. We love y'all, and we will see y'all soon.
See you later.
See ya.
Whoa,
What do you
that
guys
is super
think?
clear.
Wow.
Wow.
The clarity
It's like-
is
That
unbelievable.
was good. That was a good episode.
It's like you're sitting in front of the person talking, like you're sitting in front of
Yeah.
them. This is like.
Yeah, like we're in the same room. That's pretty freaking
Exactly.
cool.
Yeah. I mean, y'all could, if somebody had just joined in, they would have sworn that was live.
No.
Conversation, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Maybe.
I've tried
Well,
it with
this is
several.
great because depending on what we're doing we're still going to have the New Year's show, whether it's private or
Yeah.
public. This
Yeah, we
makes
are.
it now because I can, like my traditional show that I do with George and the others every year, New Year's Eve, even if I'm in a public venue or whatever, what we could do is we could pre-record the show using call recording, and it'll be crystal clear, no matter where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then if
Now, I
there
wonder,
was
would
a
that
Donald
work? Would that
wants
work
to
for
air-
like a Music Mayhem thing too, or what?
Hang on, we're all cutting
Sorry.
everybody off. Hang on.
Yeah, that was.
Everybody is talking over everybody, and I can't understand anything. Okay, one at a time.
Down first. Oh, I was gonna say, will this work for Music Mayhem?
It can, like, if we're doing a call, like, for request or whatever, yes, it could, potentially.
For call purposes, cool. Yeah. Recording purposes, it wouldn't work though.
Not recording
So
the
now,
show.
on the call
but-
recordings, on the call recording thing, does it only work with Apple to Apple phones, or can it work like, say, you called me on my landline?
I can record.
Could you record that as well?
Basically, well, you'll hear in part 2, because Philip is Android. The key is one person the person that's making the recording that has to have an iPhone.
Right.
For this to work. So whether it be me, JC, George, I can record anyone that's on a non-Apple phone, but you have to have an Apple phone in order to record.
Or a Mac.
Oh,
It
yeah, I
also work
understood
on
that
Mac and
part,
iPad.
Yeah.
Or a Mac. Well, if your
Wow.
iPhone is connected to your Mac, but if you're an Android user, no, they don't have that feature.
No.
Yeah. Different phones, have different features. So I'm sure they'll enable it in the future.
That's not
No, I was
true.
just wondering
Android
if
15
an Apple
has
phone could
a
call
call
an Android
feature.
phone and still record the Android phone.
No, what I'm saying is you can't record Android calls on your Mac, Salvis. Yeah, you can record Android on your Android phone, but I mean, like, we're talking specifically about Apple call recording. Can't use that on an Android phone. You have to have an Apple phone to use the Apple call recorder. But also, if you want to record calls on your Mac, you have to have an iPhone. Android will not ring the Mac.
Yeah, it won't. But you can record like phone calls with your iPhone or Mac as long as they're signed in this to the same iCloud account. Then you'll be able to do both options. And like I said, during the recording, you also get the summarize feature only if you have a Apple Intelligence compatible phone. You'll be able to get both. If you have a standard iPhone like I do, you will get just the transcript and not uh the summarization feature.
Right.
So,
But yeah, there is a call, like Samsung has a call recorder, but that's not the same as what we're talking about.
no.
What we're talking about is Apple's recorder. And in order to use it, the person making the recording has to be on an Apple device, an iPhone or Mac. I mean, you can record FaceTime calls.
While you're doing a recording on the phone, does it automatically do the transcription in the background?
Yep, it does.
Yep.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yep, it does that.
So basically, you gotta, in a way, it's kind of like having a person in the background typing everything you said. Of course, it's AI doing it, but yeah, that's cool because then you get an instant transcript right after you get your call done.
Yeah, it's really cool. And I also forgot to say that it can also be used for a cappella performance situations. So if I have someone that wants to sing a song for submission, what I could do is I could mute myself, and then when they hear the beep, they can record themselves singing. I could send it to Rachel with the file name, and then she could play it on the performance episode.
Yeah, I mean, it could work in a pinch, but ideally you'd want to use something a little bit better to record music, but it could work.
Yeah, it could work. So, yep, you got the first part, so we will play you the second part, not next week, but the following week you'll hear the second part with me, Rachel, and Phil, all three of us.
And George.
And George, yeah, and George too. Yeah, George was also a part of it. And it was, yeah, like I said, it's very cool to record phone calls. I cannot wait till everybody gets their hands on it. I mean, it's like you're sitting in a studio in front of someone talking. All right, so shall we get to Nolan's demo if Nolan's ready?
I'm gonna have you guys, so what I'm gonna do is I need to take care of, a couple things and I'll be back and I'll be doing the demo. I'll be right back.
Okay, if for some reason we don't, if for some reason we don't have time to do the demo this week, then it's totally understandable. What we were also thinking is we could have you record it and put it as a bonus episode if all else fails.
And if push comes to shove, we could play part 2 this week and he'd do his demo in a couple weeks if it comes to that.
Next week you also put it into because Will was back next week and she unfortunately went last week's show, so she get the opportunity to have her songs heard next week as well. So if we could just do added performances for one show and then do it there also.
Okay, so do you
Well,
want
next
to do
week
that?
is performances, so
yes, performance. Yeah.
That could be performance as well. It could be performance. That could count.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with Nolan, but if he has time to do it, then great. If not, I could play part 2 now, and then we do it.
I have what I can do is I can run. I'm gonna run to the restroom and get what I need to get done, and I'll be back as quick as a flash.
Alrighty.
Yep.
All right, so while we wait for that to pop up later, we do want to also note that I forgot to tell you guys, Mom's doing okay. For those that are wondering, mom's doing okay. Her follow-up will be this Thursday, so she's gonna get her hand checked just to make sure everything is okay. And yep, we're 1 month away from going to Florida on vacation. So yep, we'll be on vacation in Florida. And yes, um, I will try my best to see if I can capture some audio. Yes, some audio using the meta glasses. And I did find a way to convert the video file into an audio file using Twisted Wave. So I might get Twisted Wave back on my phone, and I'm going to see if I can record a little clip and send it to you, Rachel, in the near future, and you can play it on the podcast on the normal episode. And yeah, so I will definitely be doing that. So, and of course, I will probably record a message using the glasses, but I won't make it long though. And then you can play it on the normal episode, even though I will not be on, just
Cool.
like I did last time when I was in Puerto Rico. I think I'm gonna do that. And but I'll be and my brother sings too, so maybe in the future me and my brother will do a duet and I might send it to you guys for the performance show. So yep, my brother
That'd be
sings
awesome.
but yeah, and my brother's funny too. So um and yes, and Anya's doing well. Her business is going fantastic. And yes, we will do an interview. I will do an interview with her soon for the podcast. Whenever her schedule is not too cluttered, we will see if we can get the interview done. And this will be probably awesome. And we might use call recording for this because, with our normal episodes and our performance episodes always underway every week, we probably don't have time to do every interview, but we'll see what we can come up with. Um, so yeah, you guys we were very impressed on that on the notebook.lm. That was impressive. Wow. Last week, if you guys missed it,
Yeah, it's cool.
yeah, we were playing some fun stories on the deep dives is what they call. So we
Yeah,
played
deep
a little bit of
dives.
deep dives. So I even messed around with it a little bit. I actually took a video from my YouTube channel and I did a deep dive on one of my YouTube videos.
Oh
That's
boy.
all nice.
So it was really fun. I loved it was like hearing an actual discussion with two people on a podcast. So it's
Yeah, I still can't wait to try Google Podcast AILN, whatever that thingamajiggy's called. I have a lot of
Yeah,
notebook.lm.
that's cool. Yeah.
Google.ln. Okay, got
No,
it.
notebook.lm. It's notebook.
Oh, notebook. Oh, sorry.
Think of it as a
Yeah,
notebook for your computer.
yeah, right. Because I was gonna say I've accumulated audio over the years between the air checks that I well contribute and done and help out for RCL and things. So yeah, I'm sure I'll figure something that I'll share
Yeah, how's
things on.
RCL, by the way? Forgot to ask. How is that sister state
Actually,
podcast?
Jamie's actually without power from what I'm understanding. So we
Oh, nice.
Oh,
That's good.
dang.
Yes or no? Or doesn't?
uh
Wait, this doesn't.
I did talk to him Sunday and he said he should have it back hopefully by sometime this week. So
Okay, good. Good.
I'm gonna be emailing affiliates. Well, definitely this week to let them know a new episode won't be sent or aired or played because, like I said, one of our own's out of power and we can't record without power. But at least
Yeah, that's fine.
when call recording becomes a thing, we can still do a show. So, but I will have you know, yeah. But I will have you know, on our next episode, we're going to be doing more. I wish I had a reverb. We're going to be doing more radio storm chasing. This time with Hurricane Milton.
Oh yeah, that hurricane. Wow. You
What
guys
was it
did
back? I thought
one
it was really
covering
problems.
hurricane. What was that last hurricane you guys covered?
Mil
Hurricane.
Helene.
Oh yeah, you guys did that one.
Here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. When I was trying to upload edit the description for the last episode that I did, it wrote Hurricane Haley, and I was trying to correct the spelling.
That's all right.
What? Hurricane Haley?
Yeah.
Oh
There you
no.
go. That's
It put
There
like
we go.
I'm back.
it put like
Oh,
HALE. Hey Nolan.
Yeah, we were ranting a little bit. So you want to do your demo now, or you still?
I am done and I'm ready to go, and I'm going to get the I am going to go ahead and shoot the audio over from my iPhone to the computer.
Oh,
Alrighty.
cool.
Oh boy. Hmm.
Yep, and this will work on 18 and above. So if you have an iPhone or below, rather, I meant to say below iPhone 18, iOS 18 and below. So if you have an iPhone running 18 or 18.1, which is soon to be released, you can run all these features, including the aforementioned call recording that we demonstrated early on, and there's some quite a few changes in iOS 18, and specifically, there's changes in the speech settings. Little changes in the speech settings. So if you remember, the speech settings used to have the voice and all that. Well, you still got the voices, but now you have a new thing called primary voice, which is the default voice that you set for VoiceOver. So for me, mine is Read from Eloquence. Yours may vary depending on what voice you picked. So, Nolan, go ahead with your demo, and then when you're done, just let me know and we'll unmute.
Okay, I'm not ready yet.
Oh,
Just
okay.
a second.
Okay.
What are you saying? I say I Ava enhanced to my phone. Ava enhanced is my
Yeah,
what
you
to
have
use.
Ava. Yeah, you have Ava for your phone.
Very good.
Yeah, I prefer Eloquence. Yeah, it does. It is robotic, but I like it. It's been my voice ever since I started using JAWS on my Windows PC. And I'm glad Apple finally brought Eloquence because I was waiting for them to bring it to the iOS platform and the Mac platform too. So I'm glad they brought it over, and it actually doesn't sound too bad. Actually, it sounds really good. I like the voice and the quality, and the higher sample
You are
rate.
viewing Nolan
Eh,
Parrish's
it's
screen.
not
You
that
are
good
viewing
either.
Nolan
But
Parrish's
compared to higher
screen.
sample rate,
Nolan
it
Parrish
depends on
has
what
started
voice you
screen
use.
sharing.
So, all right, I guess Nolan just started his screen share. Whoops, blooper. His screen share, I should say. Um, so, yep, your screen share is on.
Bible, one new item.
Yep, that is
Watch.
the Bible app. That's the app that we use. So,
Home, podcast, settings. Accessibility, button, accessibility, heading. Personalize iPhone, vision, heading. VoiceOver, on. VoiceOver, switch button, on. VoiceOver speak, tap once, double tap, learn more. What's new in VoiceOver? Link.
so that's
Done,
one of the
button.
first
What's
features.
new with VoiceOver in iOS 18? Heading.
Yep.
Live recognition. Detect text, people, doors, furniture and more by using the live recognition rotor. Live recognition can also be started with a 4-finger triple tap. VoiceOver voice rotor. The VoiceOver language rotor has become the voice rotor. Select any combination of voices, including those from the same language. Audio ducking. In VoiceOver greater than audio settings, choose whether ducking is off, only active when speaking, or always active. Control voice customization. EQ settings can be adjusted per voice. Siri voices have selectable speaking styles. VoiceOver tutorial. Learn how to use VoiceOver in a new tutorial that explains how to use VoiceOver commands to control iPhone. 100. Done button. VoiceOver tutorial button.
So, yep, that is the first thing
Nice.
that you would come
Cool.
across that is what's new in the voiceover section. So there's a lot of
I'll learn if I can do it.
add-ons, the tutorial, the new voices, the voices rotor actually, and also there are also braille screen improvements as well. There's also braille screens improvements. I don't know if you guys use braille screen input on your phone.
I do
I
not. I
tried that,
don't
but it
use
was a little tricky.
I don't use
Yeah,
braille
I
screen
tried
input.
it a couple times. It's just not my thing.
Yeah, it's not my thing either. I don't use braille
So
screen input.
I'm going to show you part of the voiceover tutorial if you don't mind, because this may take a few minutes.
Good. Yeah. Good.
Select the next item. On each page of this tutorial, you'll learn a new voiceover gesture. VoiceOver may be restricted on some pages to enable practicing the gesture taught. VoiceOver automatically reads aloud the selected on-screen item, like text or a button. You can control which item is selected by moving the selection. To select the next on-screen item, swipe from left to right with one finger. Swipe one finger from left to right now to move to the next page. Swipe one finger from left to right now to move to the next page. Select the previous item. You just practiced the gesture to select the next item. To select the previous on-screen item, swipe from right to left with one finger. Swipe one finger from right to left now to move. Activate an item. Some items can be activated, which performs their default action. This is similar to clicking the mouse on the item, or pressing a button to submit a form. To activate the selected item, tap the screen twice with one finger. Double tap with one finger to move to the next page. Practice navigating. Now, you'll practice the commands you just learned by navigating a practice page. All practice pages like this will have steps to complete, a practice area, and a continue button. When you complete a step, you'll hear a sound and VoiceOver will announce the next step. This is the first step. Swipe right to select the button labeled Practice. Practice button. Step completed. Now, double tap with one finger to activate the button. Logo Other. Step completed. Now, swipe right again to move to the Continue button. Practice, Logo Other. Step completed. Now, double tap with one finger to activate the Continue button. Continue button. To select and speak an item. Another way to select an item is to tap the screen. Wherever you touch or tap, VoiceOver will select and speak the item under your finger. You can tap around the screen, or drag your finger, to immediately select a different item. Continue button. Scroll. In a scroll area, doing a scroll gesture will move to a screen or page in the direction you scroll. You can swipe with 3 fingers in any direction to complete the scroll gesture. Practice it now. Swipe right to select the vertical scroll area.
Okay. Did she say swipe right with 3 fingers? Is that what Joelle just told us?
Yeah, swipe right.
Okay.
Oh.
It did not detect my finger.
Swipe right to select the vertical scroll area.
You probably did left. Try right. That is
stuck.
Yeah, that's one of the things there when they release updates. Let me see.
Page 2 of 3.
Oh, there it goes.
Page 1 of 3. Done button. Settings.
There you go.
Back button.
You are viewing meeting. Nolan Parrish
Yeah,
has
it's a
stopped
little
screen share.
funky at times, but yeah, you kind of get the idea. I'm glad that Apple has added the voiceover tutorial because I know for Android users, TalkBack had a tutorial for, I think, months when the Android, I think it was either 11 or 12 or whatever version came out that had the tutorial.
Oh, they've had
But
the
now with
tutorial
Apple,
forever.
I know, and Mac came out with a tutorial, but Apple users, they were not ready for a tutorial. But I'm glad now when you get a new iPhone and you want to find out more about VoiceOver, you can load the tutorial from within the accessibility VoiceOver settings. And I am glad about that because Apple, you finally did it right this time, and we are
Heck
definitely
yeah.
proud of you because you guys really made VoiceOver more accessible, enhanced, and more reliable for everyone to use. Sure, it does have some cracks along the way, but I'm sure you guys in the long run will continue to improve the tutorials, improve the new features. Sure, I don't use live recognition because I now rely on the Meta glasses, but it is available for someone who would like to
I
use
might
live
try the live
recognition.
recognition this week, actually,
Yeah.
because I'm going somewhere hopefully this week with my friend, and I'm gonna try to practice live recognition and see if I can try point and speak. See if I can point at something and see if it'll recognize it.
Oh, cool.
Yep,
That's
and there's
awesome.
also if you missed the unmuted community call, and Nolan was there for it, and I did listen to the pre-recorded episode. There is now a website called BeyondTheGallery.app that Michael D.
Doys.
Doys, yeah, Michael
Doys.
Doys came up with the website where it has a list of shortcuts that you can use
Correct.
within the Shortcuts app. And there's several of them, but more going to be added over time. And there's a lot of shortcuts. There's one called Say Family. There's another one called Say Cheese, and there's even one that will give you a description of the photo that you're taking, and it'll allow you to remove. Actually, the screenshot will give you a description of the screenshot, and there's even one that will let you remove objects from the photo to make it more noticeable if you're taking a photo. And there's even one that will speak your IP address, not not to say you don't want anyone to know your IP address because that's important, but
Right.
there is a shortcut for that. So if you want to check it out, you can go to beyondthegallery.app, and signing up is free. And once you sign up, you'll be able to publish your own shortcuts that you've created with the Shortcuts app, and you'll be able to use it so long as it works. If it doesn't work, just know that it's buggy sometimes.
I will definitely, if you guys wouldn't mind, I will try and find the website and I will post a link to that website if you guys want access to it. That'll be
Yeah,
easier to
it's an
access.
easy to nav. It just launched today, so that website just launched. So it's going to take some time for the people to
Develop.
put
Yeah.
new shortcuts up, and shortcuts is very easy. Like I said, it saves plenty of time to go through, like selecting something, copying, pasting, selecting, copying, pasting. It's like a repetitive thing. Like you
Yes.
can't, of course it's fun, but it takes a lot of work. But shortcuts, it's a faster procedure to copy shortcuts and whatever. So yeah, that's a really shortcuts is a really good utility. Another feature that they introduced is stereo recording in voice memos, and this is
Yes.
Yes.
something
Awesome.
I am just beyond excited that Apple
I
has
am
added that
blown
feature.
away by it, and
I
I
know.
I'm
I sent two recordings of me singing to one of my friends from church, and they're gonna send me something really soon. Not sure how soon it will be, but they'll send me something in stereo, and it's like you're hearing an actual acapella recording. Sure, tape it has it, but you have to pay for the ability to record in stereo. But forget that. We have our devices, and now with voice memos, it's free. So You don't have to worry
Yeah,
about paying
Yeah.
yeah.
for it. Of course,
We don't have to
of
worry
course,
about
Tape It
that.
is yeah, Tape It is great. I don't use Tape It. I know. I think Rachel still use Tape It. Rachel, do you still use the app Tape It?
Not anymore. I use Backpack. I
Oh,
like Backpack better.
oh,
I
geez.
I can't use
agree.
the account.
I like Backpack better too.
Yeah, it
It's
hasn't
really
it hasn't
troublemaker.
it hasn't provided an update in a while. It
Yeah,
was
I know.
updated.
And the live stream keeps crashing, but I still
I
like using
know.
it for my shows.
Yeah,
Which is
I can
really
see
awesome.
that. But yeah, stereo recording has been added in iOS 18's voice memos, and I'm really proud that Apple has done that. You can now record in stereo, and in the camera app, I know that it's probably going to be visual, but if you have the camera app and you're recording a video, there is an option that you can enable background audio playback. So if you're playing audio on your phone and you want to listen to audio while you're recording your video, you can do that as well.
Nice,
And you can
sweet.
enable that in the camera settings in the
Cool.
settings app. So
That's cool.
yeah, it's really cool. I have not tried it personally, but I know that you can actually record with the camera app. And pretty soon, if you have an iPhone 16, there's going to be visual intelligence that will not apply to us, but it'll be, visual intelligence. And if you hold down the camera button, it will give you a clear description or something or other. But that has been posted to Mac Rumors, so if you want to find out more, you can check Mac Rumors and all the other websites to find out details about it. And speaking of Apple, Apple did announce one new product, and it is the updated iPad mini. Yes, the iPad
Oh,
mini
cool.
just got an update. It now has the A17 processor and Apple Intelligence support, and they're soon going to also announce some updated Macs as well. They might have a Mac event once again, as they do every year. So we will let you know when that gets posted or when that gets streamed, and you will be able to pre-order them when they become available. And it will have Apple Intelligence support. And if you follow the Mac Mini, which is the low price computer, rumors say that the Mac Mini is going to look a lot like the Apple TV, and it's going to have USB-C ports, and they're going to finally ditch the USB-A ports, because I know a lot of people have USB-C type devices, except for my iPhone 14 Pro, which has the Lightning port. And I know that I still have my
So
Lightning.
does my iPad. 16
Yeah.
inches.
Everybody has iPads, but pretty soon everybody, including myself, will update to USB-C. And of course, yes, rumors are spreading about the iPhone SE 4, which that will move away from Lightning to USB-C, and it will also say goodbye to the Touch ID and move over to Face ID. And I know it's been a
Bye
long time
bye,
coming.
Touch ID.
I know it's going to be a long time coming because a lot of people rely on Touch ID. My mom had an iPhone SE before she upgraded to the iPhone 13, and she's getting the hang of it.
Now,
But she's getting the
now I
hang
have
of.
a question about the newer iPhones. I'm just curious, even though I don't have
Okay,
an iPhone. Do the newer
okay, yes,
iPhones can they work with wireless charging?
yes. If you have a compatible charger or and I'll actually give you a demonstration of one. Actually, I have one right in front of me. And and I got this for my birthday, and it is a wireless charging 3-in-1 stand.
Oh
So
boy.
this has a magnetic stand for your iPhone, but this also has a slot for an Apple Watch if you have an Apple Watch handy, and it'll also work with the AirPods as well. But since I don't have these devices, the main feature I use is the magnetic thing. And the case that I got originally, I thought it did not have magnetic, but it actually does. So it's really simple. And no, I'm not going to take this with me to Florida, but I'm going to take my normal everyday cable charger with me
Wait, hey,
because
JC, I was about to ask if you still have your accessible portable charger from JJ and AT guys. I'm probably gonna get.
no, I
Okay,
don't have one. I would
yeah.
have loved to, but no, I don't have one.
Well, mine worked good for a couple years, but somehow the button got stuck, so I may have to get a new one for Christmas or my birthday
Yeah, it's
next
it's
year.
a shame. Yeah, that's
I mean,
technology.
my Boost charger and my other portable chargers works.
Yeah, it's really yeah. So all right. So the description of this, it's about the size of a rectangle. It's a regular rectangular shape. And on the back, you have your power port, and that's the only port that it has. It doesn't have any other ports. And then it has rubber feet to keep it aligned in place. And I have it sitting on my desk. So on the front, you have a slot that lets you hook up the Apple Watch if you have one. And then next to that, you have a soft surface that will let you place your AirPods if you have an AirPods 1 or second gen or generation. And right up here is where the magnetic go, but it has to be a strong magnetic. So since this is strong enough, I tested one before buying this one on sale, and it's really easy. So you all you have to do, and you'll hear it in action. You just place it on the back of the phone, and check this out. I'm gonna place it on the back of the phone. Give me a second. And
86 charged. 86 charged.
there we go, it's charging, so I can
Night
just
went to 1
charge my
p.m.
phone up and I can use my phone while it's
Screen
charging.
locked.
And they do make wireless standard charger, magnetic cables that you can plug into a USB-A or USB-C port, and then you can just plug it in and hook it up and slap it onto the back of the iPhone. They used to make a magnetic battery pack, but that got discontinued. So, but this is really cool, and I got it for my birthday. Cecilia was nice enough to go with me to Best Buy and pick it up, and it was really simple to use. But like I said, again, I won't take this with me to Florida. This will stay home, and but it's really cool that you can just hook this up and slap it on the
What's
back of
it
your
called,
phone and start.
JC? Because I
It's
might
called
want one of
a.
those.
It's called
Screen locked.
the brand is Best Buy Essentials. And you want to look for the magnetic charging stand. And it's Best Buy Essentials.
Best Buy Essentials. How big is it? Is it pretty big?
No, it's not that big. It's actually, I can't measure the length, but I can't measure the length and width of it, but it's about the size of a regular desk lamp. So I would put it that way. It's about the size of a regular desk lamp,
So it's
and on the
not
top.
portable.
No, it's not. You can't take it. I mean, you could take it with you if you're like going to your family's house, but if you're going away, it has to stay home. So for me, I was gonna take it, but mom said no, I can't because, what if you lose it or whatever? So, um,
Oh
but
no, I need something small.
oh, small. Um, yeah, it's a small item, but it's very small. Um, it has a compartment on the back, but I think I thought it holds a battery, but I think this holds um I think this is one of the units that holds um it holds like the back of the case or something or other. But it does hold I don't think it holds a battery, but I think it just holds the back. It's just a design as a case. And the case is hard shell too. It's hard shell plastic, and it actually fits very well on your desk, on your nightstand. I usually have it on my desk. I don't have a nightstand, on me. And even if I did, I would have moved it to my desk stand. But they do make it. I tried my mom's charger for the Apple Watch that she has, but it didn't fit. It wasn't strong enough. But you can get, I'm sure Amazon has a wireless magnetic cable that you can attach to your computer or whatever. And I think they do have some items like that. So yeah, that's really
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
really
that'd be cool for home, maybe.
yeah. Yeah, but if you're traveling, you would want something more like small that you could take with you. Because of course I love to carry around a USB cable, but who doesn't carry these anymore? Because let's face it, a lot of people have magnetic chargers. Even airports have wireless key charging stands that you could just plug your iPhone and start charging it while you're at the airport. And that's really interesting. So so it's really interesting. I also got an external DVD drive. I won't demonstrate that because it's uh, Apple Super Drive, and I have a bin that stacks DVDs and stuff like that, so that's not important. I do have some DVDs stacked uh in the not the counter, in the DVD bin, because I have a bunch of DVDs. I have a bunch of them. And surprisingly enough, I still have my Jaws for Windows CDs. I still have them. I have version 10, 11, 12, all the way up to version 16, which was the last version to support Windows XP and Windows 7. And yeah, surprisingly, I have, the Jaws package that I got from 2008. Yes, that was when Jaws 10 came out. And I got the full version with the cassette tape. And if you remember, we interviewed Eric Damery a couple of, well, actually, it was a year ago, I think we interviewed him, and he spoke to us about, his development with, Jaws being the vice president of software product manager, which is now Ryan Jones. Shout out goes to Ryan Jones. And yes, we will have him on the podcast very soon. I'm going to, ask him if he would be willing to jump on when he's not busy. And I do remember when we had our Liz Whitaker on the show, and it's been a while since we've had a couple of voices on our podcast. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
I actually enjoyed that Jaws quiz we did. That was fun.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah, I remember it was a lot of fun. And we did a solo interview, which was myself and Liz, and and it was posted, and that was a lot of fun. And we're still going to do solo, but now with this call recording, it's going to get a whole lot better. We don't have to worry about dropping connections, dropping, um, you know,
Well, the only thing is if
cell
somebody is
service.
traveling, they may not sometimes cell service may be difficult. Well, it depends on where you're going, obviously.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, cell service can get a bit finicky sometimes. Cell service can get a bit um crap crap crappy. I mean crappy. Um yeah, cell service can get a bit crappy sometimes. Um the one thing I'm really looking forward to is using the meta glasses while at the airport. I've heard so many great reviews. In fact, Anthony Corona, who you heard several times on our show, um, he used it while he was at the airport, and it was able to tell him a detailed description of what he sees at the airport and the signs and all that stuff. So I cannot wait to try the glasses while at the airport. And I'm sure when the live video feed rolls out to everybody, I'm sure we're going to have it find a parking spot somewhere. Or it could be good for like reminding people like, hey, could you remind me to pick up the keys, or could you remind me to call my mom or whatever? It's gonna remember everything soon, so I'm looking forward to testing it when that becomes active. But for right now, we do have the ability to send a voice message to WhatsApp users. And yes, I have several friends on WhatsApp, including you, Nolan, and a couple of family members on WhatsApp. So I'm just excited that they've added the ability to send a voice message. And you can send photos through messages also on your phone. So if you don't have any social media, you can just send the photos. And when you send the photo to a person, what they get is a link. And when they click on the link, they'll be able to see the photo. And underneath the photo, it will say captured with Ray-Ban, and it will show that it was captured with the Ray-Ban glasses at the end of the photo. And I'm like, what? That is
Get
totally
out of here.
that is total like I said, glasses. I never ever want to take those glasses off because once you get your hands on the glasses,
Alexis, stop.
you are
That
you are
is total
definitely
dope.
I know, right? I took like a couple of photos. I took a photo of me at the when I was at the Hudson River. I took a video of me at the Hudson River. I would try 3 minute videos, but 3 minute videos
Drain your
they
battery
eat the
faster.
battery faster. So I'm like, nah. I mean, you could use 3 minute videos. I think you did use 3 minute videos for your cover, if I'm not mistaken. I think you did use.
Yes. Yeah, for
Okay.
both a couple songs, one from Alessia Cara and another one from Oasis.
Yep, and that quality was very good. And when I heard it, I couldn't even notice the difference. I was like, wow, that is you in stereo. And the music lessons are going well, by the way. My music instructor is back, Miss Julia. She was sick last week, but she is back. So big shout out goes to Miss Julia, my voice instructor, and Angel, my drum instructor. And pretty soon we are in the future going to do a collab lesson together. Yep, you heard right. A collab lesson will be coming soon. So it'll be both drum and voice at the same time. I don't know how it's going to work out, but we're working on it. And pretty soon we will be doing that. And I'm also going to see, and I know I've been saying this, I'm going to see whenever she is not too busy, I'm going to see if we can get my good friend Ariel. No, not from the Little Mermaid, but another Ariel, Ariel Quinn, who happens to be Anya's mom. And let me just say this. If you have not heard Anya's family, there are a family of singers. And I say that because they sing awesome. And Anya doesn't have an album out, but her mom has an album out. Actually, two of them. One released in 2000 and the other one released in 2006. So, and in the future, I am going to see if she is available at some point. She could come by my studio, and if she has the original instrumentals, we're going to see if we can resurrect one of her old songs using the power of, no, not AI, but using the power of editing. So we're going to see if we can bring those songs to life in the future from either albums because she released two of them and she was signed to Sony Records. I'm not kidding you. She was signed to Sony Records. She had two albums come out on Sony, but then when she became pregnant, the record label dropped her.
Oh,
And
dang. Why would they
yeah,
do that?
because she was pregnant and she had a baby to take care of. As soon as she has 5 kids.
Oh,
Five.
yeah. That's a lot to take in.
Yeah, Anya's one of them.
Shocking.
Anya's one of them. So she has five of them, and that's why she is a very, very, very busy, busy, busy mom. So, but when there's a will, there's a way, as Preston and I always say. So we're definitely gonna see if we can make those songs happen and those interviews happen. If we can't get either one of them happen, that's totally fine. But you
Yeah.
know, it's going to be amazing, and you will hear one of the resurrected songs if that gets done for a future performance show for the VC network. And speaking of that, um, have you guys seen any of the VC um, website? I have not checked the VC website out. Not since I last checked. I don't know if you guys perused the
No, I have
website to see
been
if there's any
busy, to be
changes or
honest
anything
with you.
like that, or no.
No.
I've
On the
well,
station or what?
No, for the
yeah,
whoa
our
for the
well,
Sorry.
careful
oops.
with the mic there, dang.
Wow.
The VC network website is visioncast.network.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
no,
It's
I
our official
didn't see
website,
any
by the way.
notifications up.
I know. Well, I did see in my junk mail another user joined like our admin thing in my junk email, but
Oh,
but I
yeah,
don't. I'm not sure if any updates got posted. I mean, uh,
Yeah, I mean, that's weird.
yeah.
I
yeah.
wonder why.
Yeah, for
The
some
worst things that the word. You go ahead, Salvis.
yeah, for some reason, spam bots and whatever AIs, malicious AIs now just love Visioncast network. There are like
Oh boy.
10, 20 user registrations per
Yes,
hour.
I saw that this morning.
Holy
Oh
crap!
my wow.
And
Was it, was,
that's getting intense, I think, since last week. Well, but at least they are discovering us.
Right.
so
Yeah,
what
yeah,
happened?
I did. Yeah, I'm
Spam
glad I'm
bots.
not
We're
one of
gonna
those
probably
spam
have to
bots.
figure out how to do a captcha or something
Well,
so they can't do spam
can't you guys just
accounts.
put like a captcha in there? You guys should put like a captcha or something to block the robot. Like, have a
Boy,
question
yeah, she's
placed there
Or
to prove
get
that you're not
rid
a
of
robot.
get rid of the whole account thing altogether.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could probably do that. But speaking of spam, as you know, election is coming up, and a lot of people are making their way to the polls and starting to vote. And I know we don't usually mention election stuff on this show,
it's
but
important. It's important, though.
yeah, but I do want to mention that if you are voting, please vote responsibly, of course. But I've been getting annoying text messages from folks saying, "Hi, I'm so and so from so and so and so. We want you to vote for so and so and so." And they have my number like it's nobody's business. I mean, they have my number
Oh,
and they
Same.
it's everyone's fault.
they
Same
have my
here.
I
Spam.
Actually,
reported them as spam.
yeah, that's usually what I've been doing too. 312s and the 845s and all that. They've been going haywire.
877, like I got a number from 87. Even people say, "Hey, we're so and so. We want you to work for this company from home. We'll pay you a certain amount of dollars." I'm
Actually,
like,
Yeah, what the hell? I get that too.
That is
me three.
yeah,
total alarming.
yeah, I get
This
those
is
call
this is
like
government,
those.
being government, all this government, being
Okay.
government.
It's
I not
it's
only block these numbers, but I also report them directly to Verizon and Apple.
I did block this soon.
it's not worse as phone calls because I used to get phone calls from people that say, "Hey, is Mr. So and so home?" And like, sir, you got the wrong number. This is not that person anymore because someone else took that number before I did, and I actually took that 954 area code number, which I'm not going to say on the podcast because it's confidential. But I took that 954 number, and as soon as I took it, everybody called and said, um, we're looking for so and so. We're looking for so and so. We're looking for so and so. Like, could you please come on, man? It's first of all, this is not your phone anymore. This is my phone, and at least please do the polite thing and not to call me again. If you do, I'm gonna have to hang up on you because when I get a call from an unknown number, unless it's a friend, I pick up. But if it's someone that is totally annoying me and I just let it go into voicemail or don't pick up at all. I just let it go into voicemail or don't pick up.
Do you turn on silence unknown callers? Because that's what I do.
I used to, but I might have to turn it back on. The only reason I had it off was my friend Mika, who shout out goes to Mika, by the way. That was one exception because it was an unknown number, and as soon as I asked her to confirm, it was a Washington number, and it actually is her number. So I went ahead and saved it, and that was the only exception that I turned off silence unknown callers for that. And also for, Cindy Hollis because she from the community also has a Washington number. So that was the only time, but
Okay.
I may consider putting it back on unless if it's an emergency or if someone
Yeah,
calls like
you
a business I find that's interesting, then I would leave it off, but I might turn it back on. And if it's an
yeah,
unknown number,
yeah, I think you may want to turn that setting back on, JC, because even I keep getting, well, thankfully, Verizon's pretty good about when telling me a call is potential spam, because if it's spam, I don't like answer it. And, if they don't leave me a voicemail, I'm
Good
not going to worry
news
about
about that. Yeah, it's good news about that.
yeah, yeah, it's really interesting. And I actually had to change my ringtone and text tone, not because I want to, but I was getting tired of the Mario. I had Mario 1 Up as my text tone, and I had old phone, which sounded like an office phone. But I took it off because I mean I still have it. I may put it back in the future, but it's I like the new tones that that iOS 18 comes with, the new text tones and the new ringtones. I like the I like the kettle, and I also like the oh, what was the other tone? The handoff text tone, and it vibrates phone. It's like listening to news. You know how those old radio stations used to have the little ding before the ABC News briefing? It
Oh
kind of
yeah,
sounds
Yeah.
like that.
some still do that actually. Not
They
not
still
a
do
lot
it?
of them, but yeah, some still do it.
Oh wow.
It's not all of them around the nation, but
Yeah, so
it's
when I put
cool.
handoff and I heard it, it's like, oh, it kind of reminds me of the ABC news tones that you
Yep.
hear at the top of every hour.
Guys,
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate to break up our little chat, but it's about 9:40.
Oh,
Oh
right.
yes.
Okay,
Sure.
yeah.
Shout
It is
outs.
6:40
Yes,
on my
yes,
end over
yes.
here.
Oh, right. All right. Well, this is what we do here on the show, folks. But unfortunately, it has to come to an end because we want to
Yeah.
do our shout outs and closing comments and what have you. So, since me and Rachel are host and co host, I am going to start off with the phone side first, and then we'll go to the Zoom side. So let me get my participant list up again in case I forget anybody. Let me just look here. All right. So we're gonna go to Donald first. Go ahead, Donald.
Yep, I'm here. How are we doing? Oh, we're doing shout outs, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
we are. Yep, we're doing shout outs. Yep, we're doing them now.
Okay, okay.
Yep.
But yeah, my
Oh,
shout out to
excuse
the
me.
whole team. Thanks for a
Sorry.
great show tonight. It was all interesting stuff, great content. And be sure, folks, to tune in to the all new Super Mix Radio, especially tomorrow morning, because we're doing the Morning Music Mayhem at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, bright and early. And then on Thursday, of course, we have our regular Music Mayhem show on Thursday nights as well. And oh, don't forget Vision Cast After Dark tonight, also on the all new Super Mix Radio at midnight. So be ready for that.
Yep.
And
That
especially be
was
ready
said. We're ready
for
to go. So.
November 1st. Yeah, be ready for November 1st. Christmas Party Radio. That's coming up quickly. So mark your calendars. Got some great stuff coming up for that as well. So be ready.
All right. Yep.
Amen.
Yep. That's going to happen. So be sure to stick by your speakers and whatever. And if you have kiddos around, Please turn down your volumes or change to the family-friendly version of the podcast. So make sure you switch over to the family-friendly version if you don't want to listen to the after dark content.
Yeah, well, right now we just have the After Dark version, but I'll be working on reestablishing the family friendly at some point. So if you have the kiddos around, wait till they go to bed, and then you can listen.
Yeah, then you can listen to it. Or if you have a quick mute button on your computer, you can use the mute button, but you gotta be quick enough.
Or headsets.
Or headsets, like George said.
Yeah, headset.
Get it out of bed.
Yeah, right. Or better yet, get your Bluetooth devices charged up because you're gonna need them. Like for me now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, let's continue with the shout outs. And speaking of George, you are next, and Phil will be on deck.
Okay, well, first of all, I want to say it was a great show tonight. A lot of unique things going on. And we had a couple shows before the end of the year. There's going to be a lot of unique things coming up in the show. A lot of, unique things. So keep tuned for that because like we said before, the show is always different, the same. And in a few weeks, I'll be hosting the Music Mayhem edition in the morning again on the 30th. That's a must hear, as all shows are, but especially tuned that one. And I want to thank everyone on the show from Rolo who can make it tonight, and Alex can make it tonight. They're both amazing girlfriends. To Rachel, you're amazing love, you're amazing, beautiful, kind, smart, and wonderful, and adorable, and I can go for us. And best luck in your venture, wherever it may take you and lead you in life. Preston and JC, of course, for even for creating the podcast. Don for hosting us every single week, and all of them listening, and Katie's over there as well because she's awesome. So I don't know. She didn't want to come on tonight because she's busy watching her Simone boyfriend and working with team. She was busy watching Jays, so probably. I okay. You watching Jays out there? Can be bothered. That's all right. No, okay. Let's do one of these. But to all of us who do this every single week, it's great fun. And yeah, check out the Music Mayhem show each Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. So we appreciate that. And my girlfriend again, Lolly. And to the rest of the you're awesome. I'll talk to you next week.
Yep, that is how we do it here on the show. All right, Phil, you are next, and we'll move on to the Zoom side with Preston on deck. All right, Phil, go ahead with your shout out.
Thanks, TC. Shout outs to our VisionCast crew who are here with us today, to Donald, to Preston, to JC, as well to our founding fathers, founding members, to Haley. Hope you're doing okay. Hope your day's good. Let's see, to my dearest beautiful, to my three amazing beautiful girlfriends, to my dearest Angela, to my dearest Willow, as well to my dearest beautiful Rachel. I love thee all with all my heart. Hope you guys are doing well. And I miss and love thee greatly. As well to my best buddy in the world, George, who's always a pain in the butt. But he's cool.
Has to be.
Yes, he is. I agree.
Wow.
You're just going to go away. You're just
Oh, if you ever get a chance to play him in Dice World, trust me, he's a tough opponent.
I remember Nori. I remember reversing here.
Yep. All right.
Wow.
Preston, you're up deck.
Yep, go ahead, Preston.
Alrighty. Well, yeah, I definitely do agree. This has been one cool show between the call recording and the new voiceover gestures. Yeah, I'm loving the new setup on my iOS 18, even though some apps jump around, but hey, Apple's still working out the kinks. Anyway, and I did figure out something. If you do want to go into your own app settings, you guys may know this, but for those that don't, you can just go to settings on your iPhone and scroll down to apps, and you can configure the your app settings in any app. I just turned on my silence unknown calls on my phone app because somehow it was off when I went to back it up last week, but it's now back on. So hopefully those spam calls will go away. One can only hope.
Yep, I'm going to do that too as well. As soon as I get off here, I will do that. But yeah, that's really
So
interesting.
so yeah, I want to give a shout out to all the team members for putting this together. I do want to thank all my friends and family who come across this. I do share out on my social feeds every chance I get because hey, we need all the help we can get in growing this brand. And I do want to thank Donald for running us every single week. Uh, as I mentioned earlier, and I'll send the email to affiliates this week for sure. We have no RCL this week due to our creator Jamie being without power. Hopefully,
Yep.
if the Lord willing, creed
Human
don't rise,
growth.
he will. Yes, and Lord willing, the creed don't rise, he will have it back. From what he told me, he will have it back hopefully sometime this week. So we'll be recording next Monday at 3 p.m.
Yep.
Eastern on Zoom. If
Yep.
anybody wants to sit in the audience and enjoy, feel free and let me know. But we're going to be covering more Hurricane Milton coverage.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I should say we're going to be doing all hurricane coverage again for the third week in a row.
Wow.
Yep.
But
Yep. It's a hurricane marathon.
yeah, right.
It really
Wow,
is. That
yes.
could be more worse than it was.
Yeah.
And also,
So, yeah,
everybody,
big
just to let
marathon.
everybody, all the listeners know, be sure to tell all your friends and family about VisionCast Network so they
Yep.
can tune in and
Yep.
listen to VisionCast each week. And also be sure to tell everyone about the all-new Super Mix Radio as well. A lot of stuff coming up for the new year. All kinds of stuff coming up for Christmas and so forth. So, yeah, some good stuff coming up. So be ready
Amen.
to tune in for that. And like I said, spread the word.
Yeah, amen.
Yep.
And as I mentioned before, I will be going to my NFB Steak Convention in Erie, November 6th through 10th. I say 6th because I'm leaving from my house here to go to Harrisburg to catch my charter bus. Our state affiliate's going to organize a charter bus, and we had to obviously register and pay for it ahead of time. Thankfully, it was not a lot of dough, just a deposit and the remainder balance, so it's already taken care of. My Lions Club did donate a basket for our auction we're going to be doing on that Friday night, so it's going to be a combination of auction, bingo, and taco bar.
Oh,
And
tacos.
it's going to be a public event to raise awareness about our movement and things at the
Yeah, we can't
conference
forget
center
about those
in Milton.
tacos. Yum.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Jeez, yeah, I love tacos.
So
Hey, I put on my tacos. I put the hottest thing that's available on them. The hotter, the better.
oh, very
Rachel
yeah.
and tacos? Wow.
Hey,
wow, another one.
And Donald,
No.
you
All right,
remind me of one of my teachers. His name was Frank, at the Arizona Center for the Arizona Center for the Blind. I cannot fucking talk.
Wow. Okay.
Rachel.
Bird brain.
Yeah, the Arizona Center for the Blind.
Well,
I had a teacher named Frank.
All right.
And Frank, he loved everything spicy. Ghost pepper. I mean, the hotter the better. He was the same way.
Peppers. Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's
I
right.
have two little not bottles. I don't know what you call them, but they're little shaker things, and they have both of them. One of them has Trinidad scorpion powder in it. The other one has ghost pepper powder, and I carry those things with me everywhere I go.
Oh, nice.
And I don't put them on everything, but they're available if I have them.
Nice.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's very
So if I was
interesting.
at that so if I was at the taco bar, I would definitely douse those with Trinidad scorpion pepper powder. Yum.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Wow.
That's
All right,
really
who's
interesting.
next?
Okay, so
And then I give one to George.
Good idea.
There
All
you
right, now
go.
who's
Yeah.
next for shoutouts?
yeah, before
Oh.
we get sidetracked again, you're done, Preston?
Just about. So
Okay.
as always, um, catch us on Super Mix Radio, Tuesday nights, midnight Central, 1 a.m. Eastern, and sometimes Mondays too if need be. Uh, but you can tune in on hip-mix-radio.com as Donald mentioned. And you can also listen using the Simple Radio app, which, as I said, that link is finally fixed, or the receiver app. Only a couple bucks in the App Store, but it's well worth it. And feel free and follow us on Facebook by searching VisionCast, email vision-cast plus subscribe at groups.io, and our website, which we'll be working on building as we speak at visioncast.network, which, by the way, good thing I am traveling next month because one more tidbit for you real quick. Be My Be My Eyes and Hilton have reached an accessibility partnership. So if you want to learn more, it's in your email, and
Yep.
I will definitely cross post to Facebook too. I'm sure they have a press release about it on their web. So, but that's all I got. So have a good week, everybody, and thank you for everything.
Yep. All right. Salvis is next, and then I'll go, and then Rachel will be the last one because I'm actually gonna duck out for
You
a week.
forgot me.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay, okay. How about this? We'll do Salvis, Nolan, myself, and Rachel. All right, Salvis, you go first, and then Nolan is on deck.
Yes, my shoutouts goes to entire Vision Cast team, friends, listeners, and definitely if you are not subscribed to Story Craze Network YouTube channel, subscribe, like. Don't forget about Vision Cast Facebook page. Follow us on there, and you, Preston, and a lot of others of you mentioned traveling, and the story that which didn't get into our today's show was that on October 10th, Elon Musk announced self-driving cars, Cybercab, and so soon we all will need to go to DMV to get our driver licenses because next year Phil and Donald get chance to use self-driving cars because they're rolling out them in California and Texas. And by 2027, Musk promised that everyone else will have chance to use Cybercab and we'll be able to buy them. And while we are not using them, we'll be able to make money uh, because others will be able to use them to ride them. Yeah, and with that, have a wonderful week, and yeah, take care.
I'll stick over
What
there
about New
just
York?
real
Is
quick.
New York
So this
included?
Elon Musk is a genius. He's just sheer genius. He really is just very, very smart in this, he's supposed to be in space with his space program, the cycle bit, so kudos to him. He's amazing.
Yeah, probably New York. I think New York's included. Anyway, thank you.
Cybercab. Yeah, I can't wait to do more research about this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All
Me
right,
too.
that was really cool. Okay, so Nolan, you're next. I'll go, and then Rachel will close. All right, go ahead, Nolan.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
Haven't heard that phrase in a long time.
Hey.
Or Smokey. Go ahead.
A big, huge shout out goes to the entire Vision Cast crew. That includes the following: the host and the co-hosts with the mostest, both uh, Rachel and JC, followed by George Montgomery Banner III, Preston Gaylor, Phil Ramirez, and also Katie and Nora. And last, certainly, for not least, we do not want to forget the listeners and the rest of the team. Shout out goes to Haley as well, Angela, um, and the rest of our crew as well. And stay tuned to the mailing list, guys, because I will be posting a couple of audio recordings of interviews that will be posted to the mailing list. Stay tuned, and I will be getting permission from whoever I'm going to be interviewing to record it.
Awesome.
That's really.
Yeah, I want to check those out.
Nor joined.
Episodes.
Oh, right when we were doing
Right
it.
at the end. Darn it, Nora.
Nora, you missed everything. Dang it. You'll catch the replay. This is what happens when you missed it. Dang it.
I know. That's because I had a doctor's appointment, and my mother had transportation to come. We had to pick up 4 people at the same place. And then,
Oh, okay,
Well,
okay. Well,
well,
we
you
will.
see, Nora. This is where cyber cap could benefit you in time.
Yeah, well, all right, so before Rachel goes, we're going to let, since Nora came in a bit late, we will let Nora go, and then Rachel. I mean myself, and then Rachel will close. Okay, Nora, you can go ahead, and then I'll go.
Okay, I want to thank you all, and thank you all listeners out there. My shout out to all of you guys and all of you, all of the team, several team members, Nolan, Preston, and everyone else. You all have done such a great job. Sorry I missed the show, but I had to, I had people here at my apartment because well, can't explain the whole thing, but anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all personal, and had doctor's appointments and tests and stuff like that. So my shout out to every single one of them, and shout out to my parents. When I went out together, and shout out to my dad, who came here and opened the fort. And anyway, thank you all, and I'll see you all next week.
All right.
Sounds good,
Yep,
Nora.
we were able to get your shout out in, Nora. Just hopefully next week you can join the regular show, full show. But that happens. That happens to the best of us. We have an emergency and we can't make it, but that's totally fine. At least you sticked around for the last part of it. All right, so I'll go next, and then I'm actually gonna duck out because I feel like ducking out. And Rachel, you can take over the last part. George?
Shut up, George.
Yeah.
You're going to the dog pond or duck pond, George,
Uh,
right now.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and then I'll duck out. Rachel, you take over after. All right. So, shout out goes to the whole team. All you guys are amazing, and all of you guys, 9 people. This is amazing. And yes, no, Nora joined, which makes 9. So yes, all 9 of you guys are amazing, and I love you very much. Shout out goes to my Grace Community Church family, including Jeff, Anya, Zach, Materia, Kim, Lisa, Rebecca, Danny, Angel Ordonez from the Spanish team, Gabby. Shout out to the whole GCC worship team from both Newburgh and Washingtonville. You all will receive individual interviews very soon. I'm not sure how soon that will be, but it will come, and some a cappella performances, if any. So be sure to stay tuned for that. And of course, to my mom, who always listens to what I do for my show. And that is about it from me. You guys have a great rest of your week. And we'll be back next week for our performance episode. And then the following week, we will play the second part of the iOS phone call demo with George and Phil in the mix. So you'll hear that the following week. But until then, I'm out of here. The host is out of here for now. Rachel, you take over, and I will see y'all on the mailing list for the time being, and I will see you guys next week for our normal episode. But for right now, I'm passing it to my co-host Rachel, who will be taking over to close out the show. And I'm out of here. I'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, JC. See you next week.
Absolutely.
God bless. See ya.
Yeah.
And thank goodness this time I didn't have a technical malfunction like I did last week. All right.
Yes.
Let me give my shout outs and then I will close us out. Of course, I would like to give a shout out to the entire VisionCast team. You guys are awesome. You guys have been my brothers and sisters and family and friends, and it's just amazing sharing my life with all of you guys. And I love you all. Shout out to Nolan, Nora, Katie, to my friend Haley, and of course to my pain in the butt boyfriend who can't host a damn show to save his life, George.
Hey, you'll see him.
No, all kidding aside. Shout out to my amazing boyfriends, my beautiful boyfriend Philip, my beautiful boyfriend George, and my amazing, loving, beautiful girlfriends, my beautiful girlfriend Willow, as well as my beautiful, loving girlfriend Angela.
They're mine, Missy.
Oh, shut up.
They're mine. They're mine.
Shout out to Preston, who could take
dog.
George's place.
Hey, what?
Anyway, shout out to Preston. Shout out to Katie, JC, everybody on the team. You guys are great. You guys are awesome. I love you all. And that concludes our show, ladies and gentlemen. But please do remember that we'll be back next week. I may have to take off some shows around the time of the move, but if that's the case, there'll be recordings.
I'll cover for you.
Yep. But at any rate, that concludes tonight's show. Please remember to keep technology alive. Let your talent shine.
And that's it. And that's all. That's
and
it.
last but certainly not least, everybody,
we're
going to say it together.
There's no thing here. There's no thing.
Doodles! Spill the milk! Bye, everyone. Take care. God bless.
Good night.